Alright guys, so this video I'm gonna be doing just an install and product review on the AEV Snorkel. Sorry about all the background noise and airplanes and bugs everywhere. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead. I printed out the installation guide from AEV's website, so this should make things a lot easier. It did come out with a template to tape onto the truck. But we're gonna go step by step so you guys can see how it's done. You're gonna need a few tools: 1/16 drill bit, 3/8 step bit, 7/8 hole saw, electric cutoff wheel, air saw, die grinder, body saw, and a few hand tools, deburring tool, rivet tool, masking tape. So first steps first. Clean the vehicle, clean the fender area, remove the front fender liner. So I gotta have to remove the tire. Alright, I forgot about that. But let's go ahead and give me 2 seconds. Gotta go get my jack. These are all the toolkit that comes with the ZR2. I actually never opened it till now. I always put tire underneath the truck just in case. Same thing goes for any of my cars I work on. Falls, at least it's a secondary point, you know, catch it so it doesn't really mess up suspension, or, you know, God forbid if your legs are underneath there or anything like that. Alright, got the one screwdriver. So alright guys, so now we gotta remove the fender liner. That's the first step on the instruction manuals. It's held up by a whole bunch of T15s, so I'm gonna start taking them off. Alright, so due to my front bumper setup, I had to zip tie a part of the fender liner up so it doesn't get stuck in dirt, mud, or grabbed by the wheel. So that's why I'm using, I don't even know what the hell these are called. Cutters, pretty much. If you don't have an aftermarket bumper, or you did cut your fender liner to install an aftermarket bumper, you're not gonna have to do this. So you could just skip this step. Just a couple zip ties. Alright, I think we got 2 right here. Alright. Fender liner is officially removed. Step 1 is done. Align template with the body, okay. Jesus. Why do these clips look so familiar? What the hell? These clips, I don't know if you guys can see, they're from the roof rail. I don't know how the hell clips from the roof rail ended up behind my fender well. Oh well. I guess I have extra now. Alright, so let's get the template. Alright, back. So yeah, cut along the dotted line. I'm gonna cut a little a little less, so just in case I need extra tape or whatever, at least I know where the cut lines are. Better to have more material than cut too short and then have to go reprint it and all that. So yeah. It's like everybody wants to fly today. You hear all these airplanes going by? Never this loud usually. Alright, so I got the template. This is how it looks. Line it up right here. Alright, so now that I have the template lined up, let's see what the next step on the list. Use center punch to mark all 8 holes. So that you got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so cool. Mark all 8 holes. Drill all 8 holes with 1/16 drill bit. Okay. I just bought a pack. It actually didn't come in the mail yet. Let's see, what is the size? 1164. Temper, go to muscle, protect paint, drill holes. Alright, so now that you have the template on, you're supposed to center punch and 1/16 drill these holes out. My center punch and the new 1/16 drill bits are not here yet. I do have step drill bits that I'm going to be going just to open up the holes. These holes are going to be 3/8, so I can take the step bit and open up the 3/8 size, no problem. These holes are going to be with the hole saw, so I'm just going to open them up just so I can get the guides through without having them splash all the way around. If you're a normal person and have your drills on you all the time, go ahead and start off with a 1/16 hole on all of them, just as a pilot hole, and then you work your way up. But I forgot to order them until last minute, and Amazon Prime is slacking, so I gotta wait till at least 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's only 11. I don't want to wait, so I'm just gonna go ahead and open them up with drill bit, step drill. Let's see, what is this? 3/8. Yeah, so I'm gonna start off with this. Open it up to a 3/8 size. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt so bad. The trick, if you have steady hands, once you get it centered, tap it a little bit so you kind of scratch up the surface so the drill has a spot to bite. Oh, it hurts doing this. And also, if you have a screwdriver or anything, you could use them as center punches if you don't have a center punch yourself. Just anything sharp and pointy, just to kind of like start that crater for the drill to dig into it, instead of, you know, just scratching along the surface. Oops. See what I mean? I didn't do that, and luckily it scratched up. Right here is gonna be cut off, so I'm not worried if I damage that area. But one trick I did learn, take tape, find the 3/8 mark, assuming it's right here, and tape it off. Like this, you somewhat have a guide where to stop drilling. Some steps have, you know, a more aggressive look to them, so you can kind of like take your time getting to the 3/8 mark. This one's going to take longer. I might actually have to go with, let's see. No, this one will do. I thought this was too deep, but it looks like I got space. Alright, so these holes stay at 3/8. Remaining 6 holes, I got 1, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so these holes open up. Alright, so now you're good with this drill, step bit. Next thing you're gonna need is a hole saw. I don't know if you can see it. The hole saw I got has a guide to it, and it's a 7/8 opening. So let's see how this thing works. Well, I know how it works, let's see how it does. Gotta open up all 6 holes. There goes nothing. such an issue is hot. Let me see, can I remove this template? You can remove the template now to be able to mask up the front air to protect the pane drill holes. Alright, so cool. One thing you can always do is use the tape to pick up kind of the bigger pieces of metal before you reapply masking tape. You don't want to drag any paint, metal strips along the paint, so I'm gonna kind of just put the tape in the area that's not gonna be covered by the Snorkel body. Just in case it slips, I have some tape attaching the paint. That should be just enough. Once I get the holes opened up and I have to do the cutting, I'm gonna put better tape, but this is just to avoid damaging, you know, the outside perimeter. So let's go. Keeps falling out. See, as you guys can see, that hole is a bit messed up, but luckily I'm cutting all that off. So you put this in, drop it in. Wow, it's hot. Once it's settled in, tighten this. Don't be like me. This could have been a lot worse, but luckily it's not. So let me go get an Allen wrench. Alright, it's tight. Sorry, focus. It's not going nowhere. It's still hot as hell. Yeah, make sure you have all your tools tightened or adjusted or whatever you gotta do before you start this, because this could have been a lot worse. Luckily, not that bad. Alright, looks like up here there's like a fabric, I guess, stopping dirt from getting from this point to the door. I'm gonna try and reuse it. I know the Snorkel is gonna be in this area, so I'm gonna try and cut from here down. So let's see. I gotta change the batteries out again. It's got 2 more holes. deburr all holes using the deburr tool. I'm just gonna sand them. I don't have a deburr. Okay. Cut intake hole. Use flexible straight edge and felt marker or painter's tape to mark the hole from tangent to tangent. Alright, that's easy. I love how I'm concerned not to put scratches in the truck, but it's all scratched up from off-roading. Story of my life. So that's what's required to be cut out. I'm gonna remove this before I start cutting. I don't want to melt the foam or whatever this material is and start a fire. So let's alright, so that's removed. Alright. Alright, so I was supposed to wait for my body saw to come in the mail. I don't want to wait. I have an electric cutting wheel. It's going to work just fine for what I'm having to do on this section. I'm not sure about the intake box yet, but when we get there, hopefully the air saw is here. If not, we'll figure it out as we go. Alright. Here goes nothing. So it might not be the prettiest hole, but it's okay. Step is here's my book. Alright, so I got that. I remove that piece. Yeah. Time to loosen the fender. It looks like this. For anybody doing this at home, underneath the plastic cover right here, there's two 10mm bolts that are covered. It looks like rust coating or some type of rubber sealant. You just gotta scrape the edges off just a bit. I don't think I gotta remove the bolts. Try to avoid that. There's a nut right here that holds the fender to the body center, so just gotta loosen it. You have to take it all the way out as required. Somehow that bolt just disappeared. Alright. Next step. This is the support that comes right here, so it keeps the fender sturdy. They glued this impossible to remove foam. Garbage now. Alright, so that's removed. Next step, measure up 8 and 7/8 inches from the top of the fender up to Alright, I'm gonna go get a tape measure, be right back. I'm taping off the whole area just in case. Tape's cheap, it's not. got a marker right here. All right. Sure. Just doing a test fit. I want to make sure before I mount these brackets. So I just got a message from Amazon saying they weren't able to deliver my package because they couldn't access the front door. I've been out here all day. Bullshit. So. Okay, holes are marked. Next step is drill holes 3/16. Alright, just make sure the hole is big enough before you continue further. Perfect. Okay, holes are drilled. Alright. So we got 6 rivet nuts here. Cheap rivet nut tool works. You don't gotta go crazy and high-end one if you don't have one. I don't know if you guys could see, but they were pulling in, and at this point they were stopping. I couldn't pull them, and I've had no problem. And they're aluminum rivet nuts, so they should, you know, buckle just like any other aluminum rivet nuts. So I'm just gonna use the ones I have that came with my tool. So. So next step, screw over fasten upper bracket to the interior using supply rivets. Install M6 rivet nut on the factors along the inner front figure 12. Alright, so this is the rivet nut tool they provided. You gotta install it underneath there. There's a 10mm hole. Put a picture in the video later. But no, it went in. That part's all done. Next step, after you install the rivet nut, you install this bracket. Right there. Okay, next step is attach this little foam piece right here. I'm going to be removing the stock Airbox. You do have to remove it to cut a hole in the inner side of the fender to clear the second pipe. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it. It looks like it's a bunch of screws and I believe a few 10mm bolts on the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Alright, there's 4 of these, not 3. That's what took me so long. I thought there was 3. I didn't see the 4th one. If anybody knows what this is, can you guys put it in the comments below? It honestly looks like a moisture catcher, but I am not sure. First time I've ever seen something like that in a car or in a truck or anything. Alright. Here's a stock airbox. Let's see how bad. It's not too bad. It's very dirty. You're gonna have to remove this. This piece goes. Yeah. So you got the stock airbox by itself. That's there. This piece comes out. Let's see. This piece goes inside there, but alright, so a quick little update. I removed all the factory intake right there, that hole. I don't know if you guys can see it that well. I gotta trim that piece a bit wider, so I have an opening for the snorkel pipe to come through inside. That's enough. I know I didn't show you guys a lot of reinstallation of the Airbox or Fender liner. I was a little bit of a rush, so that part kind of just cut out. Everything pretty much went back on the same way you took it off. You didn't have to trim anything or anything like that, so that was pretty self-explanatory. I drove the truck for about a day and a half now with the Snorkel on. I didn't realize any extra wind noise with the windows up or down. I don't know if it's just subconscious, but I could hear, like, if you ever installed an intake on a truck or a car, it has that like slight whistle to it. I don't know if I'm just hearing things, but it sounds like I could hear air being sucked through the Snorkel, but it's not. I actually like it, so it's not being bad. But again, it could just be me going crazy, but there's no extra wind noise. The install went great. I had a few hiccups here and there, but it's just the lack of tools, or it was just a few hiccups that weren't planned, so you can say that. If you have the proper equipment, proper tools, and time to do a full proper install, I would give about 3 to 4 hours to remove the stuff needed to be removed, install the Snorkel, and reinstall everything back. I took a lot of breaks. I had a couple of mistakes, but all in all, I think it took me about 5-6 hours to do the full install. Quality, this thing's amazing. No, it looks good. It doesn't feel cheap. It's thick plastic. I'm not sure what type of plastic it is. I'm not sure if you guys even care about that, but it's just good quality. I thought I was gonna have to put silicone on the seals, well, on the connecting points where the pipe in here connects to the main body, and where the pipe connects into the bottom of the airbox. It was honestly so tight once you get those clamps on that I don't think it was required. I'm gonna test it eventually. I'm gonna try and see if I when I do wrap the truck, I'm gonna take them off, see if water gets through them. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna leave them as is. If it does, I am gonna seal them up. So at the moment, there's no silicone. It's just what came in the box on the truck. If you guys want to see more installation videos or review videos, just like this video and subscribe, and I'll try and get as many as I can up for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit shaky at times, or the video is too long. I'm sorry about that, but I wanted to show you guys pretty much the whole process of installing this. So if you guys have any recommendations for videos or suggestions on my next video, how to shorter, longer, whatever you guys want to see, just let me know in the comments below. All right, thank you.